My community, what's going on, man? What the hell is going on? My bad, I'm just fucking with y'all. What's going on with everybody, man? Hope everybody's having a great day. I'm gonna review these WWE Unreal episodes. I'm gonna review the whole show to you guys because I'm hearing some news that Braun Breaker is very upset. Creative. That's what Jonathan Coachman is saying. I don't know if it's confirmed. I don't know where Jonathan Coachman's getting all of his sources from. You feel me? So, and I have a problem with this. Sorry, you guys. I got some shit on the ground here. Some ash. It's not a big deal. So, Braun Breaker's pissed off from what I'm hearing. Braun Breaker's not happy with creative. I really think that he should go somewhere else. I don't know where he can go to. But I don't think Braun Breaker in the WWE is gonna work out for him. Now we gotta go through this whole Unreal show to show you why he's pissed off with creative. No, I still can't get over the fact that this dude. I can't get over the fact that this dude had to get eliminated in 5 seconds. He gets eliminated in 5 seconds at the Royal Rumble. Now, I know people are going to say, well, Zay, maybe he shouldn't have won the Royal Rumble. You know, it's not his time yet. I don't got time to hear that. You feel the way that you feel. The fact is, he gets eliminated in 5 seconds. 5 seconds. This is going to be a star in the making, right? That's going to be a star in the making, right? Now, all of a sudden, a mask guy, he has to wear a ski mask. He has to wear the black uniform. He's dressed up like a security guard. He has to come out there and attack the guy, bro. And you wonder why Braun Breaker is getting upset and is allegedly pissed off backstage. He's like, dude, I'm sitting here getting eliminated. What's all this for? You can at least let me get 10 eliminations and let me get eliminated in at least in a half hour. If Braun Breaker could have lasted at least 30 minutes, I wouldn't mind. You don't have to win the Royal Rumble. The dude had a good performance in 2025. How many eliminations did Braun Breaker get? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Now, I don't know who's going to win the Royal Rumble this year. But with the way Braun Breaker's being booked, I don't think so. What you could do is this. He beats Opafemi. How about this? I think he should beat Opafemi. Right? He goes on a winning streak. Something, man. Do something with this guy. But just him being a fucking security guard and having Maxine and Austin Theory's back is unnecessary. And where's Bronson Reed, by the way? Why don't you have Bronson Reed in that situation instead of Braun Breaker? You know what I'm saying? Where's Bronson Reed? Because I think he's going to be out for another couple months. Did I say Bronson Reed? I think I said Bronson. I swear, Braun Strowman. How many more Brauns am I going to keep hearing in this company? Seriously. Braun this, Braun that. Hey, Braun. Hey, Braun. Down, Braun. Low, Braun. Hey, Braun. Hey, Braun. Shit. I'm saying Braun Breaker. Half of the time I'm saying Bronson. Wait, I was just talking about Bronson Reed. Yeah. These names are fucking mixed up, man. We gotta start switching new names. Everybody has the same similar theme song. Everybody has to have the same name. Now, you don't have to put the world title on this dude, but you have to book him. You have to make sense. The guy had a good performance in 2025. He could get a good performance this year. Why is he getting eliminated by the mask guy? Well, Zay, because he has a feud with Seth Rollins. I don't care about Seth Rollins returning that feud, man. He didn't need the mask guy there at the Royal Rumble. He gets eliminated. The guy gets injured. The poor guy gets injured, ripping up his torso. And Triple H has no clue what the hell is going on. He's like, oh, Braun Breaker injured? I didn't know. You booked the nigga to go out there and rip the announcer table apart. You don't even know he was going to get injured, bro? Come on, man. Now, maybe he's playing it off because he didn't. Maybe Triple H didn't see it coming. But the Royal Rumble, bro, was so bad, bro. Yes, Roman Reigns won, cool. Nothing wrong with that. But I believe it. I believe Braun Breaker is really upset backstage. He has to be. Because how the fuck you expect... I get injured after you had me get eliminated in 5 seconds. Now I get injured, bro. What the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to review this whole series for you.
See, unlike
right here.
These are just wrestlers expressing themselves and telling us how much they're, I don't know.
This is episode 1.
Interesting and all that, yes. Yes, I understand. This is a show where, they say, they have to tell us what these wrestlers are. Don't you want to know them more? Well, yeah, maybe I do want to know them more. Maybe I want to know these wrestlers and why they're so boring. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this. So we're going to talk about John Cena talking about why he's facing Logan Paul, why he's facing AJ Styles, and why he's facing Brock Lesnar. Braun Breaker's road to the WWE, him joining the division, talking about Roman Reigns, and expressing him facing Roman Reigns and looking up to Roman Reigns all these years. Those two having similar backgrounds. CM Punk and AJ Lee. CM Punk's feud with Seth Rollins, and we get to AJ Lee's big return, right? And we're gonna get into AJ Lee's WWE.
Shout out to my community, man.
And what she says,
you guys want to donate my cash up being a thumbnail.
Your boy here. John Cena starts claiming that he's been putting in more effort this year, last year, than in any other year in this company. Like, dude, this has to be the most complete lie. He says that 2025 was the most effort he put in. Bro, your boss, bro, booked you in what? A match? What? A good match with Randy Orton, and it ends with R-Truth. You're in a 50-second feud with this guy. What happens next? You're in a random tag team match. You lose the title to Cody Rhodes. You have a date with CM Punk. You have a date with AJ Styles. You have a date with Logan Paul. You have a date with all these guys. Like, come on, man. To me, Cena's retirement tour was not really good, except for the Cody Rhodes feud.
His retirement tour was so bad. I believe after the Cody Rhodes match, he should have just left.
That's pretty much the only feud I will look back in his retirement tour. Like, seriously, this guy says he wakes up and goes to bed thinking about ideas and what he wants to do in his retirement tour. But what happens afterwards, man? It turns into a complete flop. You go to bed, you wake up in the morning, you take a morning dump, and you're wondering what your retirement tour is going to be, right? But guess what? It turns into a flop because you went.
John Cena said on the show that he goes to bed and wakes up in the morning thinking about ideas of what he wants to do in the retirement tour. Well, sir, you just let I think that was a lie, right? Because the dude was partially retired the whole time anyways, right? And there was a big check with all these merchandise sales. So maybe he didn't care after all. And you got Chris Van Vliet asking this dude about what if The Rock and Travis Scott was there and shit like that. I mean, nobody cares, bro. They didn't show up. I was concerned why he didn't show up. Did we find out that The Rock? Sorry guys, there's neighbors doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So The Rock didn't want to deal with Triple H's crap, and I don't blame The Rock because Triple H didn't want Cody Rhodes turning heel. Triple H wanted Cena to turn heel, which that didn't make any sense. It was a flop. He's the same guy who's just miserable. You know what I'm saying? Nothing changes. He was just never built to be a bad guy. John Cena was never built to be a bad guy. And you wonder why this retirement tour was bad. I thought it was going to be good. But right away, I was like, nah, no.
Your boss. Well, from what Cena's expressing, he thinks that this was a memory. He thinks that people are supposed to fall for the crap. Bro, you came back to sell your merchandise sales, right? You came back to get your TKO check because you got the lawsuit going on with, I forgot the lady's name, of the artist that you stole the music from in your album, right? So you're going to get hit with that lawsuit. So, bro, we know why you came back. Cena was basically retired for almost 10 years now, bro. Everybody can agree with me. Can everybody understand this once? Can you guys agree with me? This guy's been retired for about 10 years now. And his retirement tour is nothing. So why is he facing Logan Paul? Why is...
I like this one. I'll be killing it, man.
I forgot the lady's name of the artist that you
Nobody
stole the
really
music
cares. When I said this, I was serious, guys. I was dead ass when I said this too.
from in your album, right? So you're gonna get hit.
But after
with that
listening
lawsuit.
to it, man,
So, bro, we know why you came
killing
back.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Cena was basically retired for almost 10 years now, bro. Everybody can agree with me. Can everybody understand this once? Can you guys agree with me? This guy's been retired for about 10 years now. Listen, man, I'm not trying to be a hater, but I'm not really a Logan Paul supporter. I just like the boost. I don't care much about no. Maybe the Ballcast because we bring there's other people on there. But this, I don't care about a Logan Paul. Listen, man. Really cares at this point because the guy came back to get the money, and the retirement tour's done now. As I really think about it, who cares why this is a flop? And who cares why this should have been this way or why it's so bad? Who really cares at this point?
Nobody does.
Like, really.
Nobody cares.
So we get to WrestlePalooza, right?
Nobody
And
cares.
he says, why is he facing Brock Lesnar? He says, why? He says, because losing to Brock Lesnar doesn't kill me or my career. It's going to be a tough night. You got to give Brock Lesnar the energy. The guy says, because losing to Brock doesn't kill me or my career. It's going to be a tough physical night. Got to give Brock the energy. He says the why. Basically, he's saying that this dude with Brock
dude
Lesnar
is-
is once in a
It's a
generation.
politic, guys.
Once
I can't
in a
understand this guy.
If I'm correct, this is what the guy says
What is he saying?
as to why he's facing.
What are
Brock
you
Lesnar.
saying,
Dude,
bro?
You can't be freaking. You can't be serious right now, bro. What the hell am I reading here, bro? What am I fucking hearing from this politic, bro? What am I reading? Why are you facing Brock Lesnar? Why? I know what y'all gonna say. Who's dead because
He says my hair, boy. These are twisties, sir. These are twisties. Cause by January, see, my hair grows way too fast for people to talk about my hair. Go ask people about me. They said that nigga hair grows like fast as hell. And I'm getting dreadlocks. If you want to talk, if somebody want to talk about my hair.
Brock and Lesnar, they had a feeling. I want to see the match. You know, this is the memory we can look back at.
bro, we saw the feud. What am I reading? Why are you facing Brock Lesnar? Why? I know what y'all gonna say.
Was that because Brock and Lesnar, they had a feeling. I want to see the match. You know, this is the memory we can look back at.
No, that's really what fans would say. That's their only reason why they want to see maybe, yeah, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Just because they want to revisit the old memories. Nostalgia. It's the nostalgia. These are memories and Cena's retiring. Dude, I don't need to see John Cena versus Brock Lesnar in 2025. I don't need to see Randy Orton versus Triple H in 2026. Okay? I do not want to see Stone Cold versus The Rock at WrestleMania, Saudi Arabia. Okay? Because they're supposed to bring the legends back for Saudi Arabia, right? So, I'm just saying. No, nobody wants to see that, bro. Now I'm thinking to myself, do I want to see a CM Punk versus Randy Orton in 2026? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, we want to see that.
Bro, we saw the feud. We saw the feud already. We could have seen Cena versus. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. You know what I'm saying? Why can't you face Joe Hendry? Oh, no. I don't know why. I don't even care. AJ Styles, man. So we get to the AJ Styles match, man. And Cena, this dude is just driving me crazy. It's just driving me crazy with this stuff. It's just driving me crazy. So he says that he goes on Twitter. Everybody knows this. The guy goes on Twitter and he asks everybody. He asks them, do you want to see me facing AJ Styles? Everybody goes crazy. Everybody been wanting to see John Cena versus AJ Styles before the retirement tour. So the fans were chanting AJ Styles back in August when Cena was in a program with Logan Paul in Dublin, Ireland. So we get the match, and these two throw it down with a bunch of random finishers, right? With a bunch of finishers. And Wade Barrett's funny, by the way. Shout out to Wade Barrett. He says, this match, bro, is like a video game match in real life. Like, you can have, like, you get the wrestler.
Niggas using everybody's moves and shit. What kind of shit is that, bro?
Drop kick. You can edit him making.
What kind of shit is
you
that?
can edit him having a choke slam or something, right? So, yeah, he's right. This is like a video game in real life. This is just some random shit I'm saying, bro. Like, no booking, no story to this, just because the fans want to see it. And the fans can come up with the most dumbest ideas. They are so ridiculous, bro, with their ideas. It's not even funny. Just because you want to see it doesn't mean everybody wants to see it, sir. Like, come on, Billy, you have to be serious right now. What you want to see is not what everybody wants to see.
Come on, Billy. Nobody wants to see what you want to see, Billy.
It's Seth Rollins. We get to Seth Rollins. So he has this match.
Billy says that Cena and AJ would be number one
So
match of the
Where the
year.
guy gets injured. And I'm like, bro.
Niggas would think John Cena.
Listen,
man.
If he could have processed that.
Niggas would think John Cena and AJ Styles would be number one in 2025. Like the number one match in 2025. To me, that's top one is John Cena and Cody Rhodes. That's my top one. All I can think of, you know what I'm saying?
And think before he does it.
Go look at their
He might
match.
never drop the world title.
Go look at their
Because
performance.
I think it's going to be Roman and Seth at WrestleMania.
That's a pay-per-view match, by the way.
But they have to cancel all the plans. And Seth Rollins, man, he seems upset. If you can see the look in his eye on episode 1.
Seth Rollins.
Season 3,
He
the
can't
guy
even,
looks like
he
he's
can't even,
upset.
can't even think straight.
Like, it's October. There was plans coming up, WrestleMania, and now he's got a shoulder injury. because he don't know when to play. It's like, dude, use your head before you do it, bro. And now you got to be out for a couple months. You walk backstage with your back wrapped up, you got the ice pack on. Now you're sad because you have to go through the same thing you did 10 years ago. You missed WrestleMania. Well, he didn't miss WrestleMania. Lucky enough, he showed up for WrestleMania he showed up at Elimination Chamber just in time. So now this is where plans have to change. And this is where I have to do another part. So stay tuned for my next video on the episode 2 of season 3. So this should be a lesson to all wrestlers. Be very careful what you do. Think, because you could be out for a long time. You could miss all the
Guys,
plans
got
you
your
have
blunts
going on.
rolled up.
You can throw it all in your one match and right now, today. But you got to think about tomorrow. You got to think about after the match. You got to think about what's going to happen if you do this move. And a lot of people fail to realize that at the thinking times, man. So we get the Braun Breaker, and we see Braun Breaker fishing. He says, "I go fishing, guys. I'm a fisher. I go fishing when I'm not wrestling. And I love WWE. It's my dream." Cool. Did anybody ask this guy what he does after wrestling? I don't care. I just want him to talk about his grumbles. I want him to talk about why he's here, his plans, his future. I don't care about fishing. Okay? This is like me. This is like me what the Undertaker's eating for breakfast. I don't care what the Undertaker's eating for breakfast. I want to see his match and what he's gonna do with you.
No, for real. We have to hear why Braun Breaker's going fishing. He goes fishing when he's not wrestling. It's like me hearing that Undertaker eats steak and eggs for breakfast. I mean, okay, sir, we eat steak too. You know what I'm saying? I eat steak. But it's like, I want to hear why you're wrestling Steve Austin. I don't want to hear, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear nothing about him fishing. I don't even like fishing. I prefer swimming.
Hey, and the story behind it. I don't want to see what the Undertaker's eating for breakfast. Okay? Let's get to the point of this show. But again, this is the Triple H show, where wrestlers can express themselves and they can do whatever they want to do. And Hunter can just show his face on here and smile because he's the face of the WWE, right?
Ruining his company, trying to be the star. The hell the nigga think he is? Mariah? Showing off and shit? Need your faces on the poster everywhere, nigga? Come on, man. You got a job to do, bro.
Is that what he is? The face of the WWE. So Braun Breaker, man, I'm very curious and very concerned about his booking now, man. The guys in the division. Now we have Maxine Dupree, who's in there, who can't even wrestle or bring nothing to the table besides being in a relationship with Austin Theory. That's all Maxine Dupree could do, and that's all she could bring to the table.
Unfortunately.
That's all she could do. Braun Breaker is a running backer in the NFL. He's a state champion in wrestling. He's undefeated, and he was in the top 20 at that time. So it's like, bro, with all that, you mean to tell me this dude's in a jobber-ass team, Seth Rollins is not there anymore. The vision is so dumb now. The vision's done. We got a little punk, Logan Paul. We got Austin Theory, Justin Timberlake, and we got Maxine Dupree. Braun Breaker, who could be on there, who could have been out there on his own with Paul Heyman. But no, you have to put him in this shit, bro. Now, what's going on with Bronson Reed? I really don't care for Bronson Reed because Bronson Reed is a jobber, okay? Yes, he's Tsunami Seth Rollins, but what'd you do with the guy afterwards? The guy's injured, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't get a mid-card title push. The guy almost destroys Seth Rollins. He takes down Braun Strowman. The guy takes out Braun Strowman. And you telling me you can't push Bronson Reed, dude? Come on now. So he says, every big opportunity I had was because of Seth. Like, bro, you were Intercontinental Champion before you joined the group. What are you talking about? Now, I get it because you had the world title match with CM Punk. You had the feud with Roman Reigns. Cool. But, bro, you were Intercontinental Champion. You weren't just a guy who just came to the WWE without being a champion. Seth Rollins says that this guy has the potential. He has the tools to be a future star. Braun Breaker says that Seth Rollins is a great wrestler, and I agree.
And that right there is what pisses me off because Triple H is not considering that or doesn't give a fuck. Seth Rollins says that Braun Breaker is a star. It's a star in the making. He sees a lot in Braun Breaker. Seth Rollins damn near knows his potential. What if Seth Rollins knows his potential more than Triple H? It's like you have this guy come around here, get eliminated 5 seconds, by the mascot, by Open Femi. After the mascot comes in there, attacks him, and it's like, dude, you couldn't even wait till during the Royal Rumble to then deal with the shit? At least I could say Braun Breaker has 10 eliminations. Braun Breaker has 10 eliminations, right? You know what I'm saying? But he used to get attacked by the mascot. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. Crazy, right? No, Triple H doesn't want to hear that shit. He do not care.
I agree with those two. I agree with those two statements. Braun Breaker could be something if they can be consistent, and I'm that. What that means is better promos, bro. And you take them out the damn tag team division, and you risk, if you risk, bro, take a risk.
Go risk that shit. Risk it all. You better take a risk. You better make sure that motherfucker. Man, listen, man.
Put his ass in the main event and see what happens.
I was kind of high doing this video, so my bad, y'all.
Because when people talk
I did my
about
thing,
ass,
though.
they never seen it
I
happen.
did my thing.
So how do you know if you never seen it?
Fuck what all the haters say.
Step the game up a little bit. Better promos. You know what I'm saying? Maybe slow it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But what else there? What is there to do with Braun Breaker? What else can you do with the guy besides getting muscles? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? So people are calling him next Cena, Roman, and Cody, but he says he's not there yet. And I agree with this. At least he understands his role, his lane. He says, I'm not there yet, but I have a long way to go. Like, what is he going to wait till he's 40 years old? Huh? Till he's 40? Like Cody Rhodes? Like, come on now.
Lamar Davis, what's
What
going
Triple
on,
H
bro?
says, this is the funny thing.
Good seeing you.
I'm going to speak on this after. So we get the Roman Reigns, right?
How you feeling
He has a
today,
match
brother?
he had, wait, did he? No, he had a feud with Braun Strowman. I would love to see these guys face each other. Roman Reigns and Braun Breaker. He says me and Roman have similar backgrounds. We come from football, our father and uncle were in the wrestling business, and we shared the spirit book. I agree with facts. I would love to see these two main event for a world title. That's what I would love to see. And if you
615 Astro, what's going on, man? It's good seeing you, man.
picture is Roman Reigns and Braun Breaker. Similar backgrounds, you feel me? They both look like freaking dogs, bro. They're freaking huge, for God's sake. Put these two in a match. Close the show. You know what I'm saying? So Braun Breaker says he looks up to Roman Reigns. He says he worked and did everything just to have a moment with Roman Reigns. Let me say this again. This one really threw me off. This guy says he worked for everything and worked hard just to have this moment or work with Roman Reigns. Like, dude, you haven't had a match with Roman Reigns yet. And this is where we get back to what what Michael Hayes was saying. Michael Hayes was saying that everybody's just happy to be there. Nobody would last a day back in the day. Like, if you weren't in any fights, like bar fights, you just didn't have it. The business knew that you didn't have it. The wrestlers knew you didn't have it. That's a fact. Like, some of these wrestlers are just not built for that. You know what I'm saying? And I think Braun Breaker's just scared to have a moment with his childhood
That's what's
heroes.
up, man.
But what I
I'm
just
just
heard,
chilling
this guy
myself,
says he
you know.
worked for everything
Enjoy my day
just to
off
have
until
a moment
Monday.
with Roman Reigns.
Well, tomorrow, trying to enjoy it
I
as much as I
I might
can.
have looked at it the wrong way, but that's a fact. Like, some of these wrestlers are just not built for that. You know what I'm saying? And I think Braun Breaker's just scared to have a moment with his childhood heroes. But what I just heard,
I have a problem with this Braun Breaker Roman Reigns thing, right? So, the whole Braun Breaker thing, correct? Thing is this. I really think people are just happy to be there, right? Not even just that. It's to the point where wrestlers are excited to work with their childhood heroes. Braun Breaker says that, what did he say? I worked hard and did everything to get to where I'm at this moment. Meaning when he speared Roman Reigns through the table. And shit like that. Like, dude, you tell me you worked hard through football and everything just to meet Roman Reigns? Just to work one of your wrestlers you saw growing up? I'm confused as hell, man. I'm really confused, man. Like, seriously. I don't really mean by that, but the whole happy to be there shit is actually coming to light. It's actually true.
this guy says he's worked for everything just to have the moment with Roman Reigns. I might have looked at it the wrong way, but that's how I'm hearing it. Because, like I said, this reminds you what Michael Hayes was saying, that everybody's happy to be there. You know what I'm saying? And Triple H says something very funny and very true, by the way. He says that the great ones always find a way to the top. The great ones find a way to the top. Well, look at what you did.
He was a good heel wrestler, but he found a sneaky
Because when
way.
you started losing motivation,
Sneaky
and
ass
she had a nerve damage, by the way. You know, she had illnesses and all this other stuff. So she started losing like motives, started losing interest, especially interest, right? Doing this thing. I mean, can we blame her? We can't sit her and judge her. You know what I'm saying? So she felt like she had every milestone by the age of 28. She was Divas champion, and she was on the road wrestling and shit like that, right? She signs a contract, right? And she says something very interesting.
That's part one. I'm about to go to part two, you guys. So we were just listening to AJ Lee. She was talking about how she hit her milestone, and she got exhausted and she started losing motivation for wrestling. By the time like 2015, nerve damage came, and she probably wanted to find something new. She knew her health was very important, her mental. So we can't judge. And at the same time, some people ain't fucking with AJ Lee. Me, she was a funny ass character, but she wasn't that good. She wasn't really. She's not up there with the Trish Stratuses, the Sasha Banks, and the Becky Lynches. You know what I'm saying? She's not up there with those three. You know, she is not up there. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Not no China, no fucking Jacqueline. None of that shit. Alright, community. I'm gonna go to part two of this series.
See, unlike these other.
Bitch ass nigga.
So,
Hey!
we go to John Cena.
The fuck?
His last retirement match, and we go through his match with CM Punk. So CM Punk expresses himself. He starts talking about basic John Cena, you know,
I'll just be
him
fucking
dressing up
around.
as a doctor of thugonomics,
Don't mind
showing
me,
up
guys.
with fans and having that moment. I mean, it was kind of obvious, but to these two, I mean, they needed to have that moment to have CM Punk as Dr. Thugonomics. I make fun of Cena the TKO promo on him, saying, dude, you say you're against TKO.
Sorry,
You
guys.
are
Neighbors are
Mr.
fixing in the
TKO.
hallway.
He calls
So,
Cena
excuse me.
He calls Punk Mr. TKO. He says he's trying to speak up against the business, but he's working for the business. Burn. So now CM Punk is addressed as Dr. Thugonomics, right? So CM Punk said he did too many lines, and then it came out okay. I mean, the guy talks too much, so it's obvious. So to these two, it was an emotional night for these two. Because, you know, CM Punk at the end, you hear these two talking. We don't even know what they were saying. CM Punk told Cena, I'm gonna miss you, Cena. You feel me? So it was an emotional moment for the fans. And, you know, for these two, why not show it? Why not show these guys actually hugging it out and kissing in the ring?
You know, for real, I don't got time for wrestlers to do all that shit. It's like, dude, I want to see wrestlers fight. Let's see action. Let's see this nigga take this nigga wife. I don't got time to be. I'm gonna miss you, bro. No, I don't have time hearing that, bro. I want to see action, bro. This shit. I don't want to why nobody watch this stuff, bro.
We get to the Liv Morgan part. I'm gonna get to Liv Morgan in a minute. So Cena has the match with the group. He's trying to teach everybody how the match should go. And, you know, he tells, you know, he has Liv Morgan do the heel turn thing. Where she grabs him, hugs him, jumps on him, and she does the evil look. Smiles and kicks him right in the thing, and Dominic wins the title. I like the scene. That match to me was good. it was just kind of awkward. You have Cena get beat up by women in his last match, but he was teaching, you know, the students what a match is and how to be entertaining and how to be cool. I guess, you know. So Triple H is in the office, man, and this is where they come up with the most dumbest decision ever. They come up with
The John Cena tournament. That John Cena tournament could have happened throughout the whole year. Excuse me. Just drinking his juice here. Sorry. So, Cena, like, I don't know. Cena, he told Triple H, I want to do 52 weeks. And Triple H said, let's do 30 to 20 weeks. From what he said on Chris Van Felice's show. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe that's Triple H's decision of why Cena's not wrestling with all these new superstars throughout the whole year. You know, we got to go see a fucking tournament. Wasting everybody's time from November throughout December going on the holidays. Like, I don't care if Gunther's Cena's last opponent. You could have had them build a whole story throughout the month before their fucking view for their match. You know what I'm saying? There was no promo between these two. And it's like, and you wonder why Gunther is not being booked as this menace, as this demon people want him to be. This is just booking, making decisions. Triple H is just doing his job, but he's bad at it, right? Who really cares? Cena came, he made all his merchandise money. Who really cares how he was booked? But at the same time, he's talking to us like we don't know how to fucking win. And me, the reason I'm talking is like, you're not going to talk to me like I don't know what the fuck happened, bro. You're not going to come over and buck dance around the fact that you're trying to... No, bro. We know what's happening, bro. Shitty ass retirement tour. Triple H wasted your time for a tournament. A fucking tournament, bro.
dumbest decision ever. John Cena tournament. They come up with the John Cena tournament because John Cena wants to give the new stars a chance to face him. He says, I don't have much time left, blah, blah, blah.
You could have had John Cena versus Trick Williams in like February. Cena Opafemi, April. You know what I'm saying? Cena and I believe in Joe Hendry. In what, summertime? You could have had John Cena versus fucking... Who else is on there? Carmelo Hayes? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. The John Cena tournament just didn't make any sense, bro. It really didn't.
Well, you should have did this before, bro.
Come on, how much time left? Well, that's your boss's fault. You nigga, you know what I'm saying?
You should have been told Triple H, hey, look, I want to face this star. You know, how about on Raw? I go and face Joe Hendry, this and that. You know, talking about you when I face some stars. You could have did all this, bro, in the summertime. You could have did all this in the springtime. You know, we gotta waste time. No, not me. The company has to waste time with the tournament. We have to waste the fans' time with the tournament.
Well, not me.
You know?
I mean, say
And
we.
again, if you wanted to, if you wanted to do this, cool. If you want to do the tournament, fine. But there's other ways you can have Cena face these superstars, bro. Now, if you don't want to face, if he doesn't want to wrestle on Raw every week or SmackDown every week, cool, bro. But you wonder why you're doing the tournament now and Cena wants to face these new superstars, bro. You could have been did this. You wasted time with the Cody Rhodes thing. You have him in a random tag team match with Logan Paul and Jey Uso. In a random match with Logan Paul and Jey Uso that nobody wants to see. That nobody wants to see. At least John Cena faced Logan Paul. I can give it to him. I can give that to Triple H. So we get into Opafemi, and they're saying Opafemi could be the guy, you know, being the future and this and that and the other. And this is what this guy says. This is what he says, right? Opafemi says that Cena leaving, John Cena leaving, is our new beginning, right? It's the beginning of our careers. You know, him, Trick Williams, Ricky States, all of them, right? But look at how Open Family's being booked now. He wins King of the Ring, and now he's facing Brock Lesnar. Now he has to earn his opportunity again. And I don't think Triple H, his ass wants to see Open Family win the world title and win King of the Ring. Now everybody knows why and how petty this guy is, how dumb his decisions are. So Cena talks about how people always want him to retire at WrestleMania. Because there's some people who want him to wrestle at WrestleMania. They want him to wrestle at WrestleMania. And Cena's like, why? He says, why? Why you want me doing that? He said, WrestleMania will sell out on its own. This fucker, he says WrestleMania will sell on its own. Well, not without The Undertaker, not without Steve Austin. You got these stupid wrestlers, well, not all of them, but who are boring. Roman Reigns and CM Punk are not going to ever save this company without Cena.
WrestleMania will sell on its own. If they're not creating new stars, if you're going to keep depending on 40-year-old wrestlers, really not. Yes, tickets will sell. They'll make money, but they're not going to fucking sell out. Like when they had Rock and Stone Cold, when they had Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, when they had Rock and Cena. It's not going to hit the same, bro. It will not hit the same. I'm telling you that right now.
Listen, yes, their match, they had a good match, correct. Yes, they have to put out a good match because either way, nobody really cares about WrestleMania 42. Bro, you come out there and you announce Bianca Belair being pregnant and shit like that. And it's like, dude, I don't think it really sold. I mean, it did, but it's not selling like hot to where people are saying this is good. You know, WrestleMania was awesome, man. You know, people were probably saying that, but on the low, it's not, bro. It's not. It's not. So he picks Gunther. So him and Triple H are picking Gunther because he's the next top heel. You know, top heel, and he has the most boots. Of course. Why wouldn't it be Gunther facing John Cena? I mean, he's a heel, so I get it. Whatever. He retired Cena, he beat Cena, cool. I'm not even going to get that part. But people are mad about that. And nothing has happened with Gunther. What are you doing with Gunther now? He's in the field with fucking Nick Aldis. Who's he? Nick Aldis was a former wrestler in the indie company. I don't care who Nick Aldis was. Why isn't this guy in the fucking field with Roman Reigns? He retired Cena. Why isn't he going for the world title? Cool. He beat Cena, fine. But if you want him as your top heel, bro, make him as your top heel. Make him your star. But no, he's in the field with Nick Aldis. He's losing to Cody Rhodes twice for the WWE title. Who retires John Cena and AJ Styles, loses to Seth. Wait, he beats Seth. Loses to the WWE Championship match twice. Gunther has to be the worst decision. But really, Triple H messed up. He fumbled the idea. Trying to pick Gunther as your top heel. He loses the championship match twice. Not even once, twice. He flopped this shit. He fumbled. He fumbled the ball, bro. So Cena goes off to the sunset and he smiles off with his big check.
True, right? Like, really, Gunther's the worst decision. And I'm supposed to sit up here and believe that he's going to be booked as this big menace. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it, bro. Who retires John Cena, beats him in his last match? It's like, dude, now he loses. Now he's beating Nick Aldis. I don't care if Nick Aldis worked in the Indies with Cody Rhodes. That's nothing to me. I don't think nobody ever spoke or talked about Nick Aldis in 2016. Like, really. Because I don't know who the hell he was then.
Let's go off to Liv Morgan. So Liv Morgan, we see Liv Morgan, what she does. She's on a farm. And hold on, guys. Hold on. Bear with your boy. She's a big farm girl. She's a big farm girl, and she says she hates eggs and milk. I don't blame her. I don't even like eggs. I mean, shit, I barely drink milk.
Facts.
I mean, if I'm having donuts, I gotta have a thing of milk. Don't get it wrong.
Oh, Liv Morgan's a Gemini, too. Just like your boy.
get me twisted.
Interesting.
But I don't like drinking milk often. I hate fucking eggs. You know what I'm saying? So she introduces herself, and she tries to, whatchamacallit, she almost gets stung. So there's some freaking fly or some bubble thing. I can't remember the name of it. It's on top of her roof, right? And she almost gets stung, right? And she jumps off, starts screaming and shit, you know? So it's like, killing me, ah!
You know what I'm saying? You know how women be when they see that shit. They're like, ah! Damn, bitch, slow down. But that shit look nasty. Go to episode 2 of Unreal. When you see that bumblebee thing that's on top of Liv Morgan's top of her roof or whatever in her house, that shit look nasty. That shit look nasty as hell.
It was just hilarious, man. Because she's a farm girl and there's bugs everywhere. So, of course, the poor girl's going to get stung.
All right, let me get back to this.
It's whatever, you know? So, she talks about her life and where she came from, right? She was a Buddhist waitress, right? And, you know what I'm saying? She really came a long way, bro. She really did. You know what I'm saying? People are just jealous because she's not in a position. You know what I'm saying? So, she shows all the bruises and the cuts that she had. And she says it doesn't bother her. That does not bother her. And I had a feeling too, because she put the smile on her face and she took the picture like it was nothing. With the whole scratch on her forehead, with the bump on her freaking forehead, you know, with the big old bubble. She's out there on Cody Rhodes' podcast, embracing it. You know, actually being passionate. Wait, what's the word? No, she's confident of showing herself with that look. So, one thing about Liv, she has a lot of confidence for herself. You know what I'm saying? She don't even give a fuck. She said, hey, I'm a wrestler. I have to be badass. This and that. Let's sell this shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, you know? This is what Michael Hayes was saying again. A lot of wrestlers are not tough nowadays. They are nice people, and they're not showing badass. And I think Liv it's to the point, bro. Like, you have women showing badass energy. Like, really, you have Bianca with the muscles. Jade Cargill was huge. She's bigger than fucking Sami
This
Zayn.
is true, by the way. True.
Bigger than Kevin Owens.
Nasty.
Kevin Owens is just fat. You got Liv Morgan just taking a picture like it's nothing. You got all these wrestlers complaining, like, oh, man, it hurts and complains. And you got Liv Morgan just smiling. Laugh. Vaseline on her face and it's burning and shit. She don't even care. Now, that's what wrestling needs. When are we gonna see wrestlers just selling that shit, bro? That's why I fuck with Liv Morgan. Tell me, Liv Morgan's boring, bro. Shut up. Shut up. You like what you like, nigga, so don't come at me because I like what I like.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Do not come at me. Because
She
you don't
gets
like
injured,
it. Understand me.
And she's having a, stressful thought. She gets very upset when she gets her
You don't have to agree with me.
repaired. She gets it popped, and she's thinking, well, is this the end of my career? You know, will I have to retire? Because all the injuries she's been getting, right? Well, I think this was her second injury. She had a heart injury, and now she's got the shoulder injury, right? So she's questioning herself, will I be able to? And this is what Seth Rollins is asking himself, which I'm going to get to another time. You know what I'm saying? So it's to the point where wrestlers need to be careful. They have to really train very well. And Liv Morgan's got her own gym. She's got her own ring. So she be training. She be kicking ass. You know, one thing for sure, she can put it on that ring. You know what I'm saying? But some people are going to say she's a bad wrestler because what? She's just a code breaker and what she runs. What's wrong, bro? Everybody has their own technique. But no, I don't think
She's an okay wrestler to me.
but she is good, bro. You know what I'm saying?
She's not the best,
She
I'm gonna tell you
sells her
that.
character well. She plays
She's not
it
the
well.
best.
Come on, man. You guys think what y'all want, man. That's on you guys. So she gets her shoulder checked. She pops it, right? And that's when she's cleared to wrestle, right? Right? So, basically, this is the episode, right? I mean, nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Is there more here? Oh, we get to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker. I forgot, man. I thought it was the end of the episode. Sorry, you guys. Gotta get my water here. I already put the blunt down and we would smoke the thing in like almost 20 minutes. So, all right. So we get to Seth Rollins here. And Seth Rollins, he's talking about his injury, right? And this is what we were talking about in episode 1, where he was asking the official what month is it and this and that. So Seth Rollins, has to go get surgery. And he gets surgery on, I believe it's April the 17th of last year is when he got this weight on. I think this is the next episode, right? But still, this is when he got surgery. Surgery, right? So he's feeling upset that he's injured and that he may have to, give up his career and retire. He's saying he's not 25, 30 no more. He has to really be careful with his body, and he feels like that his future is kind of slipping away because of the injuries he's having. Now he's having an arm injury, the ACL leg thing, right? So that knee is fucking him up. And that's having him really questioning, will this be the end? I've had a career for 14 years. There's many years, behind me that are in front of me, like The Undertaker said. I have so many years that are behind me that they are in front of me, when he told AJ Styles. So maybe Seth's in that phase now. But that's, Seth could have been better. He should have been more careful, I guess, So Triple H just lies in his face and says that, man, I'm very crushed for you, man. It's messed up. We've both been there, Just got this smirk on his face, right? I mean, yes, Triple H, he got injured in 2001. He came back in 2002 for the big return. So he had the knee injury too when he was in a match with Chris Benoit and he twisted his, and he bent his shit. So that looked nasty when Triple H got his injury. So maybe, and yes, I think Triple H can relate. You know what I'm saying? So Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman were planning to protect and put world heavyweight titles or championship titles on Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker. But that changed because Seth Rollins has to jump off the rope, man. See, this is the problem, guys. Seth Rollins made a mistake. He messed up big time. He should have never jumped off there and tried to do that move on Cody Rhodes. Because now he bumped his arm, and now he's out. Or whatever, the shoulder, arm, whatever injury the guy has, he did it to himself. And I don't know why Triple H even allowed him to do that anyways. Triple H, man, he needs to stop scripting this stuff to where wrestlers are going to get into that injury. And again, we can't blame these wrestlers how the script is the boss's fault. Like, come on, man. And that's what I'm saying. I think he was lying in his face because he let Seth Rollins go out there and jump off the rope, knowing this guy could be out for a minute. And now plans are changing. So we have to get to Raw. And this is where they have to have Seth Rollins get portrayed. This has to be the dumbest decision I've ever heard. I've ever seen in my life. Just because Seth Rollins fucked up and he wants to play around and jump around like he's a little boy or something. Dude, you're in your 30s, close to 40. You can retire. Why did this shit you balls, nigga? Lucky you ain't bumped and cracked your head, god damn it. You ain't cracked your head inside of that ring. I'm just saying, Seth, you gotta be careful, bro. Now, we can't sit up here and feel bad if you're going to keep making these choices, bro. So they have to come up with a plan, and Bron Breakker speared the hell out of Seth Rollins. And Bronson Reed hits the tsunami. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, wait a minute, it's stupid. It's dumb, bro. This is dumb, bro. And this is Seth Rollins' fault. No, I can't even say that. I really think this is Triple H's fault. He allowed Seth Rollins to jump off that damn rope, and he has to be out for a minute. And now all of a sudden, the vision plans have to change. The vision plans have to change. Because Seth Rollins doesn't use his head, and Triple H lets him just do it.
That's a fact.
Instead of using his head like, hey, man.
That's a fact, by the way.
You got your ACL. I don't want you to risk your arm. And then what happens? Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed get injured. They get injured. Stupid, bro. Now, it would have been a better idea. I don't think it would be cool if Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed would have helped Seth Rollins backstage and help him get ready for surgery, this and that. So yeah, man, we'll hold it down, brother. We got you. And Paul Heyman says that that World Heavyweight Championship will be on Braun Breaker. And no on it. Braun Breaker, he's not ready, bro. Bro, who cares? It's just a transitional champion, bro. That's, bro. Why? Come on, bro. Let me tell you where the Vision are at right now. They are with Maxine Dupree, who can't even wrestle. Maxine Dupree, who can't even wrestle. And you wonder why that this has had to be the dumbest decision. Now Seth is back, and now Seth is on his own now. Seth's on his own. The Vision are with Maxine Dupree. No, seriously. You go from Seth Rollins to Maxine Dupree. Now I understand. People are gonna say, well, say, did Maxine can't wrestle, and maybe Maxine could be a heel girlfriend. I don't care. But this the thing, bro. Go for it. Go for it. But I'm just saying, bro, you made this group. It started with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman, right? Seth Rollins goes on the rope and fucks up and hurts himself because he doesn't think, and Triple H allows us it. Now, Seth Rollins beats Braun Breaker. Bronson Reed's still out. You know what I'm saying? Now it's Braun Breaker, Austin Theory, Logan Paul, and Maxine. Now, if you're gonna do that, bro, you better have Maxine wrestle better, and you better have Maxine win the IC title again. You better have Maxine get something good out of coming into this group. Show us why Maxine is in the division. Why is she there? I don't want to hear it because this whole this whole love story and stuff. Well, cool. If you want a love storyline, fine. But have Maxine accomplish something while she's in this group. Because this.
Or what if she's, as I think about it as I'm listening to this, what if they're just using Maxine just to be a, heel girlfriend? Maybe Maxine's just fit for that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's whack. I just don't feel it. You know what I'm saying? This is like a Tim U version of Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio.
Group was made to have Seth Rollins take control of it and push Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, correct? What are we doing here? This ain't the time for love, bro. We gotta make money. We gotta be great. We gotta win titles. We want to be on billboards. We want to be on the charts, man. We want to be top one. But no, niggas want to come out and worry about a woman who can't even wrestle. Come on, man. This is just how I feel. And again, if the company wants to go this way, cool. So, because I'm going through this, right? Triple H, he picks Logan Paul as the new member. Because, Logan Paul, he's the head of social media and all this and that. He's a top, he's a heel. He's got a sarcastic, smart-ass mouth. So maybe he fits for the program. Maybe he fits for the group. Cool. You know what I'm saying? He can be that, cool. Fine. So now, they have to put the World Heavyweight title on CM Punk until things cool off. See, I don't think y'all understand this, bro, and I'm sure people understand this too. People are saying, Triple H and CM Punk are getting along again, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Bro, just because Triple H and CM Punk are working together doesn't mean they're getting along. Seth Rollins got injured because Triple H is so stupid. His dumb ass let Seth Rollins get injured. Now, he has to come up with a plan and pick CM Punk. Yes, because he's mainstream. People talk about him. He's the top names. Him, Roman, Cody. So, of course, he's going to pick CM Punk until Seth comes back. Triple H only put the world title on CM Punk because Seth Rollins was injured. He didn't pick CM Punk because he's a big name or because, CM Punk needs to win the title. It's been 12 or 20 years. Fuck that. Fuck that, okay? He picked him until things cool off. This guy, CM Punk, is really pissing me off. He's giving me a headache. He's giving me a headache right now, y'all. Bear with your boy here for a second.
My Lil Wayne intro.
CM Punk, he says that he is connected with fans so much that it's my honor and privilege to work around Paul. I'm going to say that one more time. He says he is connected with the fans so much that it's my honor and privilege to work around Paul. You said the fans have a mental illness. You said, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money. You talk about, I'm sorry, guys. You know, I missed you guys. This is home. And you say that they have a mental illness. Who the hell do you think you are, CM Punk? Talking about you working, you know, you're so connected with the fans. No, you're not. No, you're not.
That's a
piece of
fact.
shit. You told Vince McMahon, pay me just like The Rock, pay me just like John Cena. And you talk about you're so connected with the fans, bro. Of course you're gonna go to your job. You have a job, right? You're just here to make money, right? I understand, but you don't have it. This is like the employee, right? He goes to make money, right? And he goes and disrespect the customers. He goes on social media and disrespect the customers and the employees and shit. Like, come on, dude, you're a piece of shit. That's CM Punk talking about you're so connected with the fans. Fuck you, bro.
That's a fact too. CM Punk's just like that employee at work that would go on social media, would talk about the customers, talk behind the employee's back, the manager's back and shit, and act like everything's cool when they're in front of their faces. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
These fans have a better illness. This man, dog, it was his last time. It was gonna be his last time being champion. Or he was never gonna be a champion or whatever. Well, you were champion, now you're champion. You low down piece of dirt. So my community, this is your episode review here. John Cena, we get to his last match. They come up with a dumb idea for him to do the tournament. And they could have had him wrestle. See, unlike these other YouTubers, I'm going to know how I'm feeling. I still have no clue how I feel about the show. I think it's boring. I really think nobody should watch it. I just think it's gonna waste your guys' time. At this point, I think it's gonna waste your time. Don't watch it. No, seriously, don't even watch it. Just trust me. Trust me, I'll get you through this show. If you watch my reviews, you don't even have to watch the show. Seriously, this show is so awkward, so boring to the point, I don't even care. Like, we have to see Trick Williams and Lash Legend have a great time. Good. I love to see other relationships and couples and marriages that go out and having a great time. But we have to go see an elephant taking number one on TV.
Yo, this shit was funny as hell, man. We get to episode 3 of Unreal, season 3. And, you know, Trick and Lash have a great time. They go to the zoo. You know what I'm saying? They get married. They're having a great time. And we have to go see an elephant taking the number one on TV. Now, lucky enough, that nigga ain't take a shit on TV. Like, you got kids, you got women watching. Especially you got younger people watching. The teenagers watching. You got probably kids who are watching this too. And I'm supposed to see. And they are, especially those people, they're supposed to see an elephant taking the number one, bro. Like, come on, dude. You can't at least see a cow? They can't at least milk a cow? They can't drink milk or something? At least, I don't know. Something than just an elephant taking the number one. Man, listen. It could have been worse. If that elephant would have turned out, they would have to cut the cameras off. I would have cut the cameras off if I saw the number one. We ain't filming this shit. Man, Triple H is dirty, man. He funny as hell. I don't know why he do that shit, bro. That shit was disturbing, by the way. I don't want to see other taking a number one.
I don't know. What was it? Yeah, a number one on TV. An elephant has to take a number one on TV, bro. We go through Seth Rollins, his injury, him getting surgery, all that. So we got some stuff we're gonna go through, and we gotta talk about Obafemi, when it comes to the roster, we got to go through Chelsea Green. And we're going to talk about Cardona and his little toys he has and all that. So, bear with your boy here. Get your blunt ready, get your water ready, get everything in order because I'm about to go in on episode 3. So, basically, everybody here is talking about the plans for Braun Breaker to win the Royal Rumble. You know, the Triple H and everybody in there are very concerned about rushing Braun Breaker, jumping him down our throats, and all the backlash and people thinking about him and things like him or not. I look at it like this. Do what's best for Braun Breaker. Don't worry about what the fans are going to think. Because with them thinking, bro, it just tells you guys that they have no idea what they're doing in the creative room. Like, literally, they're just sit there in La La Land, drooling down their face. You got their eyes looking swirled up and don't even know what they're doing in that creative room. Like, seriously. And they're talking about plans for Liv Morgan to win the Royal Rumble. Wish she won the Royal Rumble. And now the women's not defending her title, so we're going to get deep into that as well. Seth Rollins is going to get a shoulder injury. Yay! On October 17th. So he's talking about being out of WrestleMania, and there might not be as much WrestleManias for him in the future. He might have one more WrestleMania. He said he might think he might just have 2 more WrestleManias. He might think he have to retire this coming up WrestleMania, like for WrestleMania 43. You never know. This guy doesn't know. And what the problem is that he made a mistake. He should have never jumped off that top rope, like I said. If he never jumped off that top rope, Seth Rollins would have never been in this situation. This is what I'm telling you. Triple H is not doing a professional job of protecting his wrestlers and getting it through his head, getting it through their heads that if you do this, you might be at risk of injury. Knowing Triple H is an expert, well, I want to say expert, but he has experience in that ring. And he's just going to let Seth Rollins do all that and go out there and say, man, I understand, bro, you know. And maybe Seth Rollins wanted to take the risk. And like I said, what Seth Rollins wanted to do is, well, if he wanted to get that move, that successful shot or whatever he was trying to do, I really don't care. The guy has to get shoulder injury because he made a mistake. Like, dude, you just won the world title. You put everything in jeopardy and you wasted it all, bro. Like, really, you were world champion. Everything was going good. Now you have to miss WrestleMania. Like, what the hell, bro? You had a good year and you messed it up because you can't use your head straight, bro. Man, bro. Man, when we get to the hospital and shit, we go to Seth Rollins' hospital room and he gets the shoulder injury. Man, when I tell you something about these hospitals, bro, like, they never have anything new in there. You had everybody grouched in. Like, it's a Holocaust room, and you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Seriously. You can't spread it up to make cooler matches. We have to see, yeah, I understand. Braun Breaker won the match. He won the match, and this is a chance for an upcoming wrestler to earn an opportunity. Braun gets the win. He's a sole survivor. And now he earns an opportunity against CM Punk. Good. Cool. So CM Punk, right, he says this, right? He talks about Braun Breaker. He says that not everybody's going to be ready. You have to believe in yourself. And you have to know that in your heart. He's right. And some people won't agree with that. It depends on how you do it. You know, whatever Braun Breaker plans he has, I hope it goes well. And if he sticks with it, I'm sure it will go well. So whatever he has planned, or Triple H has planned, I hope it goes well. But it didn't really go well after this. So Braun Breaker takes a nasty hit to the side of his neck and head when CM Punk hits the clothesline when Braun Breaker was on Cody Rhodes' shoulders in the match. He hits his head and everybody's looking like, holy shit, what the hell? We're thinking it's Braun Breaker okay. You know what I'm saying? And Braun Breaker was lucky that night too. Can you imagine you on top of Cody Rhodes' shoulders, right? That skinny guy, and CM Punk comes and just hits you with the clothesline? That shit look nasty as hell, bro. But seriously, that shit look wild as hell. So I'm glad he's okay. He doesn't have to wear a neck brace or anything like that. So Braun Breaker says if I had quit it on Hunter in the WWE, what does that say about me? Let me say that again, bro. This is crazy. Let me say that again. This is how I feel. Braun Breaker says, if I had quit on Hunter in the WWE, what does that say about me? You have AEW, TNA.
Shit.
Braun Breaker, man. I see you being a better wrestler and being booked properly the right way. Better than the WWE, bro. You have the tools. You got the potential. You look like you could be a champion, bro. If you leave WWE today, bro, it's not the end, bro. You were like 29 years old. If you go to AEW, just for example, bro, you could take off in there. You will have a better career somewhere else, pretty much likely in your 30s, bro. So even if you quit, bro, it's okay, nigga. You had an injury. You can't. I look at it like this. The dude took a bump, right? You didn't quit. You took the bump, got injured. And who the hell wants to work with Hunter? Nobody wants to. Maven don't want to. MVP don't want to. Chris Jericho don't want to. Batista don't want to. Stone Cold, Steve Austin don't want to. None of these niggas don't want to work with Hunter, bro. So even if you have to leave Hunter, bro, you're not a quitter. You knew what was right, and you had an injury. You knew the way you were being booked, bro. So you're not quitting, dog. Don't ever say that again, bro. So Triple H, we get to the creative room, and he says he wants to start working with Open Family and start focusing on him. This is when Bruce Pritchard starts speaking on a new talent who should come in that, right? We pop up to Trick Williams, and this is where we get to know Trick Williams. Seems like an interesting guy. Seems cool. You know what I'm saying? So he said they're saying that he's the best choice to bring in younger talent. He's got okay drip. You know what I'm saying? He cuts funny promos. And he's a great wrestler. He's a decent wrestler. You know, he's got it all. You know what I'm saying? To look like a star. You feel me? Not believer. But, you know what I'm saying? Now he's got to face Baron Corbin.
My bad, John.
Baron
I don't know
Corbin
why
was
I keep
at
saying that.
1,000. And Vince McMahon didn't know what to do with this guy. Like, Vince used this guy, like, as a comedy act at this point, bro. Like, bro. Or I don't know, maybe he used Baron Corbin in some life transition of a person or a human being. You know, you go through your bad physique, you go through your egotistic stage, poor, and then you end up getting some money, and then you're your normal self again. So I don't know what Vince was trying to do with Baron Corbin, but to me, bro, there was nothing for Baron Corbin to do. Like, the bum-ass Baron Corbin was enough for me. Seriously. So, his name is Matrick Belton. No. Matrick Belton. Matrick's not a bad name. Patrick's not, that's a cool name, I ain't gonna lie. Wait till you see Open Family. Wait till you hear Open Family's name. It's too much. Seriously. So he took the whoop that trick from El Capone, the rapper El Capone with the K, right, not the C. So El approves of it and he reaches out to him and says, yo, I like you, you doing your thing. So Trick is telling us that El Capone approves of him of taking the whoop that trick. So the whoop that trick, and it came from El Capone. So when we get to the NXT scene, and this is when Trick was kissing Lash Legend, right? So we get to the NXT scene, and he was saying that we just wanted to be our true selves. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to show the whole world who we are, and I respect that. Because I think at times when you're just being yourself, and you're not following what the boss tells you to do, you just come up with your own shit, even if it's real life, that's very interesting, bro. Not all the time, but it's very interesting, bro, because how the hell could, not everybody knows what's best for you, how you could be looked at as a star, and be up on them charts. You feel me? So I kind of like that, too. They were kissing on there, and everybody's like, yeah, I'm shocked. The girl was like, oh my God, I see you, girl, you know what I'm saying? Some women probably jealous. You know, so women looking at their man, proud of what they got. So, you know what I'm saying? You got the men up there like, oh shit, you know, kissing they bitch, you know. So that was a good moment. And sometimes, man, we that shit, bro, like love storylines are the best storylines in wrestling. No doubt about it. I'm gonna get into that another time. So it's like, bro, they're now they're on the main roster and they act like they don't even know each other. You'll see Lash Legend backstage cheering for her husband, propping him up, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, man, I wish he was out there with him.
Love
I don't know.
storylines
Do they
are the
want to
number
work
one
with each other?
storyline
Or
in
does Triple H
WWE.
don't want them together. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure people are gonna get on Triple H's ass, you know. So,
Edge Lita and Matt Hardy.
I don't know that.
Go do your homework.
And it's very interesting too, by the way. And Lash Legend, her dream
Go
is
do
to
your
have a
homework on
reality
Triple H,
show.
Stephanie
A reality
McMahon,
show with
and
Triple
Vince
H,
McMahon,
right?
1999.
That's cool, man. And you know, that's it, man. I don't think nobody wants to see that. They don't want to see that shit, bro. Because they're jealous of other people being happy in life. People don't want to see other people being happy. They're jealous because they're not happy in their situation. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, if people are going to hold them back. Trust me. But if they get out of the WWE, if they get out of there and do their own thing, they're good. They ain't got to worry about nothing. They got their own rights. They got their own trademarks. What the hell they got to worry about? You know what I'm saying? It's just the company is fairly weird at times, bro. Like, seriously. And like I said, bro, we show a clip of the elephant taking a #1 on TV. Let me say this again, bro. We see a clip of an elephant taking a #1 on TV. Now, I understand you're going out to the zoo. You and your wife are having a great time. I mean, I would love to go to the zoo. You know what I'm saying? With mine. I would like to go out and, you know, go to the lake and, you know what I'm saying, go kart and stuff like that. I have no problem going to the zoo, man. No problem going to the zoo. But I'm more of a swimming person. I love swimming. I like to, yeah, swimming person. I'm more of a swimming person, by the way. I might smell like a shitload of chlorine when I come out that pool. My hair might smell like chlorine for the past, maybe for 2 weeks, my hair might smell like chlorine. Because that tells you that I'm a good, no, not good, excuse me, sorry. I'm one of the best, not the best, man, I'm just talking about shit. But no, seriously, bro, there's nothing wrong with that. But why do we have to see an elephant taking a #1 on TV? You got kids watching, you got women watching. Now, it would be, you better be glad it wasn't worse enough to where the elephant wasn't taking a #2. Man, I don't even want to speak on that. But it's like, do you think I want to see that? And bro, I'm over here. What was I eating? I think I was eating some chicken or I was eating some cereal. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, bro, spit the cereal or the chicken out my mouth. I'm like, man, I had to fast forward that quick as hell. I'm eating cereal and I have to see an elephant taking a #1. Come on, bro. Man, you're being dramatic, bro. You're just dramatic, Sam. If you're eating and if you see somebody taking a shit, am I wrong for telling you you're being dramatic? You being dramatic. Bro. So up next we get to meet Open Femme. CM Punk says that he always is always asking questions and wants to know certain things, right? He wants to know and learn. So basically, CM Punk is saying that Open Femme loves to learn and wants to know the business or whatever the hell, right? Open Femme's real name is Torio Lua. Whatever his name. So people just call him Isaac. Isaac is his middle name, right? So people just call him Isaac because they can't pronounce his name. I can barely do it. It's like, what the hell, bro? So this guy is coming from, where's he coming from? I don't remember where he's coming from. So I think he came from Nigeria. He came from Nigeria and moved up to the U.S. in 2018. And this is where he started getting to the WWE. He started training other places. And when WWE first reached out to him, this dude thought it was a scam or a hoax. You know, this dude thought when WWE first reached out to him, it was a scam. And nowadays with emails and all that stuff, You can't believe what's real nowadays. I get so many emails of people saying, "Hey, man, we saw your channel. You want to join our website so you can prop up your videos and so you can get more viewers and all that stuff." No, those are scam accounts, bro. Like those, when I got those emails, bro, those are accounts where you have to pay money and all that. Like, hell no, fuck that shit. So I don't blame OnlyFans because nowadays you never know what's a scam, right? So the guy gets into the WWE and he can finally chase his goal and what he wants to do in life. Chelsea Green. Man, you know, it's probably Chelsea Green, but this girl really does not take advantage of her opportunities and does not know her potential. She has to go on the broadcast and say that I don't plan on being a serious character. I've done everything and this and that. What is that going to do for me? Cool. If you feel like that, cool. But come on, man. You're putting out in a bad example, a poor example for other wrestlers to come up with an example like of what you're saying. So what if a younger wrestler looks up to you and just say, you know what, she's right. You know, I'm a 2-time All-American champion, blah, 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 and this and that. I don't need to win the women's world title. I don't need to update my character. Bro, the only reason characters can last if you update your shit. The Undertaker, he went to the American Badass, right? That's why the Undertaker could last. That's why people were not sick of the Undertaker. People are still talking about this guy to this day. This guy went from what? The Dead Man, the Phenom, to the Ministry of Darkness, to the Badass, to the Lord of Darkness, all that. You're telling me that you can't come up with any gimmick or switch it up, Chelsea? Come on, man. Listen, Jericho. When Jericho went from the long hair, and he comes back with the lights, he came up with the spirally jacket. You feel me? He cut his hair, man. That's Jericho could be talked about for years if people wanted to. If you do shit like that, you last. People will never get sick of your character and this and that, right? That's why people got sick of John Cena and Randy Orton, because they're the same shit. Cena's wearing the hat, go out there running to the ring, saying, "You can't see me." Randy Orton just walking slow, pulling his arms back, even as a face. You see? So, Chelsea's going to be in that predicament where Cena and Orton are at. And I fuck with Randy Orton. You know what I'm saying? Cena's cool. But it's true, man. So she shows off her 3-year house, her little 2 dogs, after being a jobber, and being a little goofball on TV. It probably paid off to where she could get her little house. She could say, I did it all. I got my house, I got family, I'm getting married, I got married, blah, blah, blah. Cool. There's all these people like that. They think they got everything in life. They got enough money and this and that to where they think that they're the best and they think that they are the shit. No, they're just there for themselves. And cool. Cool. I really can't stand it. I really can't stand it, seriously. But Matt Cardona, he starts showing off his little action figures to us, because he's got all kinds of action figures, and I'm just hearing. And I didn't know until Chelsea said so. So, we get to the Royal Rumble, and this is where this really threw me off a little bit. So, at Lash Legend, she gets dressed, and she says that we want to respect the Saudi Arabia culture and the country, and I'm wearing purple to show people loyalty. Let's say that again. This girl says, this is what she says. She says, we want to show Saudi Arabia our respect. We want to respect the culture and the country. We wear purple to show loyalty. They don't respect you, you gotta cover up. I don't think women should be in that situation. I think women should go out there dressed and be themselves. I'm not even going to that. But they don't like them. I don't
don't think the ratings like it. That's just how I feel. I think that's why they're the way they are, and this and that. So maybe that's now that I think about it. I think Triple H let her say that. I think Triple H said, you know what, I want you to say this, blah blah blah. So people understand it's not bad as they think it is. Well, to us, sir, we want to see the women be themselves. But it is what it is, right? There are rules, whatever. Chelsea Green's scare is that her scare is a newspaper article of all the moments, all the newspaper articles of when she won the U.S. title, and all the moments of when she won Money in the Bank and everything, which is cool. I kind of like that. It's kind of cool. But at the same time, they could be better. Be better with that. At least do a tank top version. At least make a tank top of that newspaper article gear. Because I think that would look doper.
I really like the gear
And
Chelsea
that
Green
makes no
wore.
respect y'all. So,
I like the gear. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck what nobody said. She was dope.
the Lash Legend, right? She starts crying, happy or whatever. She's like, what does she say? I don't even remember what the girl's saying, right? So she's basically just happy for her first Royal Rumble moment and stuff like that, right? I don't know. Or maybe on the low, she's upset she has to dress up and shit like that. I don't know why she is. Maybe Triple H is like, you know what? Whatever you.
It's like with Lash Legend crying. I don't know. Maybe she's just happy to have her first Royal Rumble moment. I don't know. Well, her dressing up and shit, it has to be that. I just don't like when the women have to dress up. Women are very beautiful. I just don't want to see them go through that. That's where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Feeling, I understand, But if you say this, they'll get you through it. You know what I'm saying? Just do it, Madison. It's like, with the Braun Breaker thing, I'm going to get more into this Braun Breaker situation, man. Like, this dude getting eliminated in 5 seconds. Like, this is crazy. Open Femi, right? No. Yeah, Open Femi eliminates Braun Breaker, right? So Braun Breaker comes out, what, number 2 or some shit like that? The Masked Man comes out. Why do we have to have a Masked Man? If this guy's trying to win the Royal Rumble, just let him be. They say they plan for this guy to win the Royal Rumble. With Backlash and all this other stuff on the internet, they had to go with Roman Reigns. Like, what's going on here? So he gets eliminated in 5 seconds. I really think, the way Braun Breaker's being booked, I don't even think the guy should win the Royal Rumble. Like, the guy, he's tag team champion and stuff, but I don't know. If you're gonna have this guy win the Royal Rumble, he should be on his own, in my opinion, or maybe with, I don't know, bro. Because if he wins the world title, the team's gonna turn on him and shit like that. So, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with this Braun Breaker thing. He gets eliminated in 5 seconds, bro. But what the hell? This guy makes a couple eliminations in 2025, and now this year he gets eliminated in 5 seconds. I'm gonna make a video on that. Please stay in tune for my next video, or one of these days when I drop a video on the Braun Breaker Royal Rumble situation. This looks weird. Seriously. So Triple H is talking about doing an Open Femi versus Brock Lesnar match. Because these two went face to face, and we're battling at the Royal Rumble. Just like him and Gunther did, but we never got that match. So they're thinking about doing a money match and doing it at WrestleMania. And people are talking about it from what I'm hearing. And Paul Heyman, he says that Open Femi reminds him of Roman Reigns. When he first came up in the company, where he understood his place, his young vitality, and he's young, and he's learning all that stuff, and seeing a bright future. That's if Open Femi's booked the right way, and you have like a manager with him, because his babyface promos are not going to age well, and I really think people are going to get bored of that. Like you have a ruthless, monster out there, right? Monster looking guy, right? And it's like, why do you have it? Just cut it babyface promos, it's not gonna cut it. To me, if you like what happened to monsters like Braun Strowman taking a damn truck and knocking it over, taking a limo in the whole tower and almost killing Kane and Brock Lesnar on TV? This dude would take Vince McMahon's car, knock it over. He would try to fit. That shit was funny as hell, man. Went to Vince McMahon's limo. This poor guy. You take his limo, you destroy it, and you lose your world title match. That shit was funny as hell, bro. And he really didn't get his world title match. Damn, man. You know what I'm saying? So, if Open Family can be booked the right way, and if Triple H could really, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think this guy, I don't think he's gonna book Open Family the right way. He wins King of the Ring, and now he has to face Brock Lesnar. He's supposed to have a world title match. What is that? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Well, Triple H is putting on an acting like Open Family is going to be really something in the company, and he's putting all this money into it. Hey, bro, stop. Seriously. Yes, you want to see Brock Lesnar versus Open Family. It was a good match at WrestleMania. I don't know for SummerSlam if people are even looking forward to it. I'm going to be honest with you. To my community, unlike these other YouTubers, I'm going to keep it real, and I'm never going to sugarcoat. This is your boy, Say the Realest, and I'm out. Let's move on.
Let's move on to episode 4.
So, boy, when I tell you, can this show get any worse? No, I'm serious. Can this show get any worse than it is now? Now, we learned something new about Stephanie Fakir. We get to know who Stephanie Fakir is. Anna Gonzalez. What is it? Anna Gonzalez? Not a bad name. You know what I'm saying? We get to know little sweet Stephanie. You know what I'm saying? We get to see Braun Breaker's booking and him getting injured. Seth Rollins coming back. Here's my thing with the Braun Breaker thing. Triple H really screwed this guy. Like, it's to the point, like, this guy's booking so bad that you don't see the future in front of you. Braun Breaker is in a mass situation where he has to get eliminated 5 seconds. 5 seconds in his second Royal Rumble. This dude won. Hold on. He has so many eliminations in 2025. Had a couple. He gets eliminated in 5 seconds. What the hell is going on here, bro?
What the hell is going on?
Seth Rollins makes a big return. His quote-unquote big return at the Elimination Chamber. We get hyped up for it. He's back in the bus tour, getting ready, dressed up, getting ready, you know, putting his little lip gloss on and stuff. Ready to go out in the ring to put on that mask. And it's like, what is up with this whole mask thing? Braun Breaker had potential to win the Royal Rumble. If you could have just keep the mask guy out the way. But no, you can't do that. So we have to talk about Seth Rollins returning and AJ Lee's dog who passed away. Which I'm not interested, but no disrespect. I don't mean to be like that. But there's other things to talk about, and it's more serious. Rest in peace, Larry. But Jesus, man. Man. All right. So first we get to meet Stephanie Fakir. Her name is Anna Gonzalez. Sorry, guys. Some of these last names are crazy to me. Anna Gonzalez. So, but first, she said this, right? And it really I'm really confused by when she said this. She said her first language is wrestling, not Spanish. What do you mean by that? Now, if that's her way of being a star or her own meaning, I don't know. I don't know, man. Of course you speak Spanish. Why wouldn't it be your first language? I mean, my first language is English. I don't know. Maybe she's on a different level with that. Maybe people are going to like that. So she's coming from Mexico. No, Chile. She moved to Mexico at 19 where she started wrestling, right? Interesting. So she was struggling, trying to make ends meet. You know, her mother was struggling, dad was struggling. I think her dad. I think she was living with her dad, right? And she came up as a waitress. Very inspiring, you know? She was a waitress making ends meet. Now, she became a champion. Well, she's not champion now, but she was a champion. You know? I like that. You know, and we gotta celebrate people who succeed and win in life. You know what I'm saying? So, she slept in the kitchen while she was a waitress, right? And that's what I'm saying. The girl came a long way. And I'm glad that she's not in that situation today because who wants to sleep in the kitchen? You know what I'm saying? As much as I can't stand Stephanie Vicaris promos, she came a long way. I mean, listen, man, who want to be sleeping in the fucking kitchen? Who want to be sleeping in that shit? You know what I'm saying? So she always wanted to show her dad that she can't give up when she was in that situation. Her dad always said, you could always come home, this and that. I got a hot meal for you. She said, no, I got this. I want to show you that I got this. I'm never going to give up. So she got the scar makeup. The scar makeup on her face means that she's broken. You know, she's heartbroken. You know, she's going through a lot. And her face, you know, her heart has to be taped up, right? So you know how there's a photo. You know the photo where you have the heart that cracked, and you take the glue and you tape it back up, right? So that's kind of what she's doing with her face, and that's very cool. Cool shit, by the way, but I can't hate. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering what that means. And other people are just gonna go off with, you know, because she's a devil. Listen, man, with the horns are throwing me off. I don't know why she's wearing the horns. Because with the whole devil thing threw me off too. I'm not gonna lie to you. But still. She's really a good wrestler. But let me tell you something, man. She can do better. That's all I can say. The whole devil's kiss, or whatever that move is, it's nothing, bro. Seriously, come on, man. Stop it. Seriously. People are hyped up over the wrong shit. Because those are the same people who don't get any women. Let's be honest up in here. So I'm just reading through this, guys. Excuse me. So we get the Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker. And he gets injured, tearing up his torso. So this happens on February 2nd of this year. So basically, he was supposed to get another shot of the world title, if I'm correct, right? Yeah, he was supposed to get another shot of the world title or some other crap, right? He was supposed to be in the program, correct? So he gets injured. He holds his stomach backstage, and this is where Braun Breaker is now out for a little bit. This is crazy, dog. Like seriously, the guy gets eliminated in 5 seconds because you had the stupid mask guy coming out here just to tease Seth Rollins to come back. Seriously, bro, this is a waste of time. I don't need to sit up here and have Braun Breaker, a 28-year-old future superstar, getting wasted like that, bro. And the guy is upset. He's like, bro, this is ridiculous. It's like, you know, like, I had everything been planned. You know, I was ready. I know, you know, I'm young. It's like, what the fuck is this? Oh, I want to rip Hunter's head off, you know, in his head. You see what I'm saying? Shit. Damn it. You know what I'm saying? But no, I don't understand that. That just tells you Triple H is one of the worst bookers in wrestling. Like, literally, not WWE, not even in WCW, not even in TNA, not even in AAA or AEW. AEW. Literally, in the wrestling industry, has to be Triple H. And I don't care who gets mad at this either. It's true. Triple H is one of the worst bookers in the fucking industry. Yo, Zay, man, you gotta chill, man. Hit your blunt. I'm not even smoking right now. What are you talking about? Talking about, oh, you gotta relax, dog. Bro, I'm not even hitting the blunt. I'm sitting here drinking water, talking to you guys. Well, not to you haters. I'm talking to my community. Like, come on, man. Get this shit straight. I'm just playing around, guys. So Triple H, he goes backstage. He's like, what happened? Oh, God, he got injured? Damn, I didn't even know that. Listen, this is what Triple H says. Let me say this one more time. He says, what happened? It's like Braun Breaker got injured. He's got a torn up torso. Oh, damn, I didn't even know that. Didn't you book this guy to go out there to tear up the announcer's table? And he rips up his stomach? The poor guy rips up his stomach up? And you're telling me you didn't know what was going on? This guy, you know, he's really trying to play crazy on TV. This is why this show is, he's really trying to play crazy on this show. It's all about Paul Levesque. Yes, guys, it's all about Paul Levesque. But this is an example why this guy has to get replaced immediately. Like now. And I don't care if it takes to another 10 years. Get this guy out of here, bro. Seriously. So now, Braun Breaker, like I said, gets upset. Now Bronson Reed gets injured, tearing up his bicep. Now with Bronson Reed, it's like, dude, here's the thing with Bronson Reed. Do you even know what you're doing, bro? Can you stay still? Can you stay still and think before what you're doing? Now, I understand accidents happen. Accidents do happen. You saw what happened to Triple H in 2001 when he tore up his knee. That should look painful. It does look painful. So I hope Bronson Reed is in good spirits now, even though he's a boring wrestler. I hope he gets in good spirits, because this is nothing to play with. Now 2 members are getting injured. Seth Rollins is on his way back. What the fuck is this? What is this shit? You're telling me 2 members of the division is already injured, and now you're teasing for Seth Rollins, poor Seth Rollins to come back. That's because this dude doesn't even know what he's doing in that booking room. Half the time the wrestlers don't even think. Did Braun Breaker say, hey, look, Hunter, I don't think this would be a good idea. I think I'm going to tear up my bicep. Or torso, whatever he tore up. I don't even remember what the guy tore up. Dude, these wrestlers think. This is why everybody's so weak. Everybody's boring. They don't know when to stand up, right? Speak up for what's wrong or right. You know what I'm saying? But Seth Rollins, did he even think about the situation he was going to get himself into? Now the rest of your year is done, sir. Now the rest of your year is done. Because nobody in this company thinks or takes their job serious. So Seth Rollins, he makes his big return to Elimination Chamber. Whoa! So Seth Rollins says he misses being the team leader of Monday Night Raw, being the champion. I know you miss. I know you really miss this, bro. Because you did this to yourself. You jumped on top of that rope, you bust your arm up because you think you were going to do something slick. Excuse me. You thought you were going to do something good that night. You thought you were going to make your daddy proud. What are you talking about, bro? Of course you missed that. Because you messed up your whole year. The half of the year, nigga. What are we talking about? Like I said, the guy comes back as a masked man. You know what I'm saying? We got Michael Hayes and Triple H breaking it down like it's so, like this is one of the best, one of the hypest, most, I don't know what to say here. Because this shouldn't make any fucking sense. It comes back as a masked man. And I'm supposed to sit up here and think this is a good idea. Braun Breaker gets injured. This masked man is literally the curse of WWE. Triple H, man, listen. I don't know who can really be in that office and really hold it down. I don't even know at this point. Let's move on. We get to learn about CM Punk's dog, Larry.
And CM Punk's dog Larry passes away. I think the dog was old, aged 10 years old. Sorry for your loss, brother. You know what I'm saying? Wait, hold on. CM Punk's not my brother. I'm tripping, guys. Is CM Punk my brother? Huh? I don't think so. So,
One thing about me, I'm a dog lover. I love dogs, man. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? I got a 10-year-old dog in my mother's house, right? And it's turning gray. Got a little gray on her chin. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully my dog will live longer. You know what I'm saying? The dog looks healthy. I mean, the dog looks better than CM Punk's dog. I mean, the dog looks like it came. I'm not even going to get into that. We're not going to get into that. You know what I'm saying? So we learned that AJ Lee is an animal lover. She loves animals. And I'm sure that makes CM Punk's boo and gets him out of trouble. Got him smashing the phone. Well, that situation where he smashed the fan's phone, he did the right thing. I wouldn't be surprised if he's so drunk and he does stupid shit. So maybe your girl being an animal lover will get you out of trouble at least. I mean, any man who's in stupid situations. You know what I'm saying? So they have a new dog, right? And the dog looks better now, looks healthier. This dog looks really cute, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Nice looking dog. You know, I'm sure the dog's nice. Just gotta train and make sure it respects the humans and not the dogs. Because if that dog, if people would say, man, this is a sweet dog, why is it so rough? Well, the owner is not taking good care of it. That trainer, that fucking owner is just going around, yelling the same way as the dog would do, going around biting other people, and they're just standing there ain't doing nothing. They're just out of their head. They don't even know what they're doing. So, anyways, besides all that, man, CM Punk gets into his match with Finn Balor. He retains the title. And this is his first match in Chicago, if I'm correct, right? In a long time. When we were in AEW. So, I think, did he wrestle in Chicago in AEW? I don't even care. So we get backstage, right? And I'm very concerned about this, right? You know, and I really think, as I think about this, man, I don't think Triple H wants any couple taking over him and Stephanie's crown, right? And the bride hat thing that the women wear, right? So, as I'm looking at Lash Legend cheering and, you know, cheering for a man backstage, clapping, right? For hands. And I'm like, why the hell don't she go out there? You know what I'm saying? She can wear the dress, she got her boots on, whatever. Got her earrings in, she can go out there, hyper man up. You know what I'm saying? But no, I don't think Triple H really want to see that. I don't even think he wants to see Trick Williams and Lash Legend be together because, man, listen, I think that would be fire. Go. Now, I'm not saying they're the best wrestlers in the world, but I'm not surprised if Triple H doesn't want that because he's a bad booker. Yeah, I said it. And Paul Heyman, he gives some props and he hypes up, talks about Trick Williams. He says that he's going to be a monster. And next year, he is going to be a breakout. He says that next year, he's going to be a breakout. Well, Paul Heyman, the guy lost the U.S. title to Baron Corbin. So hopefully he'll regain it again. Regain it again. I hope he does. Because Baron Corbin has no bro. And listen, age is a number. Age ain't a number. I get it. But no, with the lead on our thing, no. Bro, we're 28, bro. Come on, man. Anyways, I understand. 42, we'll say 42, 43 isn't old. Baron Corbin has no business, no nerve being in the company right now. And I mean, hey, you got to get a check. I can't blame somebody for going to the company to get a check, fine. But U.S. title, bro? The U.S. title? Carmelo Hayes, Finn Balor, who work hard every week, you can't put the title on that? Baron Corbin, who has 1,000 gimmicks? Yo, Paul, man, you said, what did you say at the Chris Van Vliet interview? You said something about Javon Evans, Open Family, Trick Williams. If he said this, Paul Heyman said this on Chris Van Vliet, that if we do make a mistake, or if they're not being pushed or being to that certain level that people want them to see, or a main event level, right? Then we'll make sure that we fix that, or We did something wrong. Well, yeah, it looks like Triple H did something wrong already. Burn, burn, burn. He did something wrong already, sir. He already has him losing the U.S. title to Baron Corbin.
Who is Baron Corbin? Coming around with all these gimmicks, bro. Baron Corbin.
Come on, bro. Seriously. So, my community, stay tuned for my episode 5 that's going to be coming up. Because Triple H now is going to be focusing on Cody Rhodes main eventing WrestleMania. Stay tuned. Because this is where Cody Rhodes didn't even deserve to have the WWE opportunity. The WWE Championship opportunity. This is ridiculous, man. Unlike these other YouTubers, I'm going to keep it real. I'm not a sugarcoater. This is your boy Zay, and I'm out.
See, unlike these other YouTubers, I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to sugarcoat. This is your boy Zay, the realest. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.
My community, I want to talk about Lyra, Kara, and Bayley. There's been something that's on my mind that
All right, we're gonna go to the last part of this series, man. I almost fell asleep, so bear with me for a second.
the most violent part of the Unreal series that I'm going to be covering up. Hope you guys enjoyed the last 4 parts of the episodes. I'm going to tag those up in my description below, so I hope you guys get in tune of all 4 parts of those, because we got more content. Me. I have more content I'm going to be dropping for you guys that you will enjoy. So, episode 5. This is where we're talking about WrestleMania. We're at Elimination Chamber. We're at WrestleMania. We're going to break down the whole Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton feud. We're going to talk about Liv Morgan and her physical experience with Stephanie McCare. Seth Rollins returning, and Braun Breaker is setting up his return for WrestleMania, which I really can't get it out of my head. I really don't understand Triple H and why he wants to put Braun Breaker in this situation. Why do you have a face in the mask man? He's getting injured. You're just doing random stuff, and now the boy is at risk. The poor guy is at risk. Now you got the fans out here that are jumping down his throat thinking, no, he's not to be the future, man. You know, he's his boy. Well, he's got looks of it, the facial expressions. He has the look of it to be in that main event spot. Opa, I don't know. With the way he's being booked and how Triple H is, I don't know. So yeah, we're going to start off with the whole Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes situation. So Cody Rhodes says something that really threw me off. Right? And I'm like, bro, I think Cody Rhodes cannot live with himself without the championship. I don't think he can live without being the main event. And I mean, when he returned to the WWE, guys, when he left the company back 10 years ago, he didn't want to play the Stardust character. Respect that, cool. You know what I'm saying? But you can't even cut a promo to save your life, bro. Now, back in the Indies, let's say maybe Triple H and Vince didn't want that on TV. And swearing and doing all that stuff. Some of those were actually funny. I'm not going to lie to you, but that doesn't mean Cody Rhodes deserves to be this main event, bro. It was just handed to him, bro. Yes, bro, you're going to be just like your brother. You are going to be just like Goldust, because you will never draw money. You can't cut promos. You are a boring wrestler. Yes, bro, you are going to be just like your brother. You talking to the nigga, I'm the same kid, well, I'm not a kid, but when I was a kid, I saw this guy wear the mask, right? He's with Damian Sandow. I almost said Damian Priest. With Damian Sandow, right? And he's doing it in a Stardust uniform, looking like his brother. Do you really think I'm supposed to leave back then that Cody Rhodes was going to be the future? You got people thinking that he's going to be the future 10 years ago. Those people are lost. Those people you don't even want to pay attention to. And some of those people, that's his favorite wrestler. That's their favorite wrestler, I meant to say. So, he says that he needs the title to main event WrestleMania. Bro, I don't even think you need the title, sir. Drew McIntyre is on a good reign right now. Drew McIntyre can face Bob too. You know, he can face somebody like Royce Keys. There's other people he can face on the roster. But no, you have to go on here.
I ain't gonna lie, guys. Kind of rest my eyes for a minute when I was playing that video. Well, I was about to fall asleep. Got me some rest, man, so we're almost there, man.
You have to put your ass on the damn TV and say that you need a championship in order to main event WrestleMania. All because you have a 20-year history with Randy Orton. No, bro, you have to have a reason why you guys are facing each other. Randy Orton's reason is that because he wants to win so many titles before he retires. Cody Rhodes, he's forced to do it. He wants to be champion, this is what comes with it, bro. If you want to be champion, bro, this is what comes with it. You have to face your best friend. Now you have to get embarrassed. Man, let me tell you something, bro. We have to do this, dude, all because, listen, I wanted to see Randy versus Cody. But give me an explanation besides Randy Orton. Well, of course Randy Orton's going to retire soon. But you got to give me a better explanation why they're facing each other. I can't think of anyone. But I think with him just saying, oh, I need to win so many championships before I retire, it's not the reason. What? You're going to have, what would have happened, right? 20 years ago, Hulk Hogan said, oh, I'm back just to win so many titles before I retire. He goes and beats John Cena. Bullshit. That's bullshit. You have to give me a reason. It should be the battle to see who has the best generation who can hold the company down in their best time, right? But no, I don't, listen, man. Listen, bro. You have to give me an explanation why Randy Orton's facing Cody Rhodes. So we get to the match, and Triple H says something very funny, right? No, not Triple H. Cody Rhodes. And this one really threw me off again, bro. It's like, dude, how many times are you gonna say something stupid on TV? He says wrestling fans has gotten so mad in the past about the booking and this and that. He says Pat McAfee could solve the problem. No. He says Pat McAfee could solve the issue. I don't think so, sir.
That's bullshit.
Just because nobody wants to see the product and because there's bad booking.
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee is not the answer. So what? Are you going to bring back Hornswoggle in order to solve the final boss Rock situation? In order to solve the Rock situation, what are you going to do? You're going to bring back Hornswoggle?
Let's bring Burger King. Burger King could come and solve the Rock issue.
Get out of here, bro.
Bro, what the fuck?
We can be better than that.
These niggas don't know what they doing
Pat
around
McAfee.
here.
You don't need Pat McAfee, bro. Your wife was backstage. See, this is just my opinion, bro. Randy Orton is one of the most violent, ruthless heels I've ever seen, right? You know, I don't care what anybody thinks about this. I'm not trying to be, disrespectful to somebody's wife. I'm not trying to be like this. But you could have had her on live TV, smacking Randy Orton around, and Randy Orton just snaps on her. Cody Rhodes just goes crazy, right? And maybe he gets hit by pyro or something, right? I don't know, just some crazy shit. Let's say Randy Orton has some powers or tricks like Kane, right? You see what I'm saying? He just gives a smile and fireworks pop out and hits Cody Rhodes' face. And he hit RKO's his butt. I don't know. The thing is this, man. There could be so much in this field for WrestleMania than Pat McAfee, bro. Pat McAfee. Now with Stephanie McMahon, you have her fault. What are we going to do with Stephanie McMahon? What are you going to do with Stephanie McMahon? What, she just tells Cody Rhodes, you're not ready, you can't beat this version of Randy Orton? She's right. You can't beat this Randy Orton, but eventually Triple H's favorite, Triple H has to have his favorite boy, Cody Rhodes, beat Randy Orton. You got Triple H back there telling Randy Orton, man, just go out there, man, do your thing, man. You're motherfucking Randy Orton, man, do your thing, man. Yeah, he's Randy motherfucking Orton. But you have to lose to what? Cody Rhodes. After building up this huge storyline, this huge, quote-unquote, huge storyline, you could have done more than Pat McAfee, bro. Pat McAfee is not the answer. Seriously. It's really ridiculous. And Randy Rhodes, man, is really the seasoning for your feud. Pat McAfee is not. What they're missing, guys, is the seasoning. You know what I'm saying? There's no seasoning, it's not good. Simple as that. So we get to Liv Morgan, right? What was I saying? So we get to that Stephanie Fakir feud, and she gets hit in her head. She gets the big bump, right? And it looks so brutal. It looked nasty. You know, it looked brutal. You know, I don't want to feel that pain. That looks crazy, yo. I'm telling you. And this is the most physical experience that she had in wrestling, that she has had in wrestling. Being in the field with Stephanie Fakir. She gets, for God's sake, imagine getting hit in the head on the TV. You could have been concussed, you could have been pronounced you know what. You know what I'm saying? The woman might never woke up after that. You know what I'm saying? She was very shocked. And we get to the Trouble rehearsal, which I couldn't stand hearing that song. You know what I'm saying? But there's some wrestling fans who liked it. We thought it was better than went to all the entrances at WrestleMania. People are saying that Liv Morgan had the best entrance at WrestleMania. Maybe you guys are right. That song is horrible. As much as I fuck with Liv Morgan, that song is bad.
That's
I
true.
agree with Liv because, like I said, you get hit in the head, you get the biggest bump on your head, right? You could have never woke up. You could have had a freaking brain tumor. That woman could have had a brain tumor. I'm not even joking. It could have been a lot worse, and I'm glad Liv don't have to deal with that situation. So when she tells you this is her most physical experience, she ain't lying to you. She ain't lying to you. And people say another thing because they're not a wrestler themselves or they're just an armchair booker themselves. They'll tell you different. So we're going to get to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins says that the Gunther match reminds him of his match with Triple H 10 years ago when he returned, and now we got it, and now we have to see me having to see the same thing again, you know. 15 seeing Seth Rollins coming back, and now I got to see this shit again. It's like, bro, you should have learned this by now. And it's really like, dude, I don't know whose fault it is, guys. I keep saying, whose fault is this? Triple H or Seth Rollins? I would like to say Seth Rollins because he has the experience. You've been in a company for 14 years. 14 years in this company. You're telling me that you can't take an injury? Or that you, not even that. You mean to tell me that you did not see that coming? You knew that was a risk. You knew that could have took you out. Trying to jump off the top rope and you're bumping your arm. Like, come on, dude. Seriously, you've been around too long. I really think Seth Rollins should have never did it that night. Now, if Seth Rollins wants to make a change, if he wants to change his moveset, if he wants to prove somebody, what is there to prove? I don't think Seth Rollins has nothing to prove. I think he should prove to himself that he's a wrestler and has the most that a lot of wrestlers don't. They have an injury and it can never come back. Seriously, maybe he can't come. When I saw that, excuse me, when I saw that shit, you know the look when you do, ooh, ah. You know that feeling? I felt that when Becky hit his neck. And when Seth did that, I felt this dumb motherfucker. So we get to his return, and this returns as the mascot. Sorry, I'm drinking water here. So Seth Rollins returns, right? And it's like, people make it seem like this is going to be the biggest return of 2026. No, it's not. No, it's not. Seth Rollins injures himself. Wastes the whole year. He could have been champion until WrestleMania. But he wastes his whole year by just having an injury. By having an injury, he wastes his whole year. Seriously. So Ron Breaker's talking to Jamie Noble about his return for WrestleMania and this and that. And like I said, guys, this is what really threw me off. It really threw me off when he has to freaking go around. No, Triple H we're talking about here. It really pisses me off when Triple H can't use his head here. Ron Breaker now is to return and restart this process again by attacking Seth Rollins. He could have won the Royal Rumble. And he gets eliminated in 5 seconds. The guy gets eliminated in 5 seconds at the Royal Rumble. That's the problem I have with this.
Now people are gonna say, well, company have their own decisions. They have to build Braun, they have to make him strong. How does that make him strong? How does that make him strong? If you have the looks, if you have the speed, like dude, you have it all. But not the promos. He's got to work on a couple promos. Yes, the promos. We're not talking about the promos, but dude, there's more he can do with this Braun Breaker guy, man. But now he has to return, and it's like, dude, these big returns are nothing because they have the position that they were in is being wasted on some bullshit. Seriously, Seth Rollins being world champion, going on 2 months. He could have had a year reign off that shit again. Braun Breaker could have won the Royal Rumble. And now he has to go out there and tear up his torso, his stomach hurts. Get out of here, bro. It's really ridiculous. That's because Triple H is making the most dumbest decisions in that company.
And this is funny as hell, right? I'm not even gonna talk about it. Screw all that. Not even the time. I want to talk about AJ Lee and Becky Lynch's Instagram photo. AJ Lee and Becky Lynch made an Instagram photo, and that is a problem for me. I never got the chance to speak on this. I might have did in the past. I don't know. But I'm going to talk about this. Why do we have wrestlers, a heel and a face, taking a photo of each other? Like, really, I don't remember Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes taking a photo of each other after WrestleMania. This is a view that wrestling fans are seeing. You have to make them believe that these wrestlers don't like each other. You gotta make them believe that they're against each other and that they are like enemies for life. To the point that you don't have a photo of them on Instagram. Now, it might have been in the past where you might have seen wrestlers with each other and this and that and the other in the locker rooms, or not a locker rooms, but walking in the airports or air lanes or whatever the hell. But also, you have Randy Orton with Kevin Owens after Randy Orton has the neck injury and back in his trunk. You know what would have been better with that Randy Orton and Kevin Owens photo? You could have had Randy Orton or Kevin Owens hit one of each other from behind and stuffing each one of each other into that back of that trunk and drive it off. I don't know. You just make this believable to where they don't like each other, or I don't know. It's just more you can do with it, man. Let's stop having wrestlers taking photos of each other after the match, or it shouldn't happen at all. I don't want to see Rey Mysterio being cool with Braun Breaker, or even Javon Evans taking a photo with what's the name, Randy Orton, if he's a heel. I don't want to see that. Because what you're doing now is you're breaking kayfabe, and nobody's going to believe that these wrestlers have beef with each other. Right? Because back then, they didn't play about this shit. They didn't play about this in the 80s. I got to look more into that. Bear with your boy here. See, with AJ Lee and Becky Lynch, you have AJ Lee coming back, trying to take back the crown that's hers, right? Becky Lynch held it down. She's telling her that you and your husband left the shit. Me and my husband been holding it down. You guys are a bunch of, quitters. You are just here for the money. You don't care about the company. You don't care about, what's the fucking, I'm trying to think of the word here. It don't even matter. So you have that, right? And now you have these people taking photos of each other. Excited. I don't care. I don't remember Steve Austin taking a picture of The Rock after WrestleMania 17, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you got to keep that heat on these wrestlers to where people are tuning in every week. And you have bad promos. It's what's worse, you guys? You have wrestlers holding each other's hands after the matches. Brock Lesnar has to hold up Rhodes' hand after SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar does the same thing to Gunther. No, not Gunther. To Open Femi at this year's SummerSlam. So wrestlers taking photos with each other and holding each other's hands, it's going to be talked about next, my community. As I think about it, this show is just going to get even worse and exhausting. So I suggest that if you guys are looking forward to season 4, don't even look forward to it. I'll get you through it. Stay tuned for the Unreal Series, season 4 coming up I think it's coming up next year if I'm correct. Yeah.
Man,
When I tell you this show was so exhausting, it was so exhausting. Real talk. That shit was exhausting, man. For real. All we gotta do is watch the show. Watch the damn show and see how boring these wrestlers are. You know what I'm saying? Like, really. You have CM Punk, no, not CM Punk, Seth Rollins taking an injury and him not understanding the risk that he's going to put himself in. So after a while, should we feel bad? No, we don't. Because he put himself in that situation. All right, my community, I'm going to call it a day. I'll be back with another stream soon. Stay in tune. Peace.